What's up, Miss Brooke? Hello, everybody.
How are you, John? Hey, chat. How are you guys?
I am happy to finally put a pin in all this because it's ridiculous, and I wish we could have done it, a couple of days back, but, a lot of stuff happened this week. So here we are. Let's really just put it all out there for all it's worth so the world can see. Let me do some housekeeping. If you are not a member and you would like to be a member, hit the join button next to the subscribe button on my main page. And that'll show you like the tiers and the perks, whatnot. If you have an iPhone like I do, and like half the country does, it makes it impossible. So good luck. Do it from a laptop or a desktop. I had a link. It doesn't work anymore. And make sure you're also subscribing to Brooke's channel, 90 Days on Blast.
Oh, thank you.
And her IG. Let me say hi to everybody real quick. I think I missed a few people, but hello, Dreamsicle, Melissa Jones, Jay Freak, Freshly Baked Over the Rainbow, and Rhonda, Ty, Chair Bear, Criddlin, Denise 43, Virgie, Mel B, Brenda. Let's see. MG, Susan Dawson, Linda B, Digital Pen, Tiki, Rhonda. I think I said Rhonda, but hi twice, Rhonda. Chantel Gucci, Maria, regular Kate, not to be confused, but UK Kate, just regular Kate's here. Regular Kate's taking all the slack up because UK Kate had to go to bed early here. Hibbity bibbity. Barbie. Addie, let's see, Tina, Teresa, Sassy, Positive Paula, Payne, Michelle of my Rex. I'm afraid if I take my spot off the mouse, I'll lose my spot. Drea, Sarah Z. Natalie, Melissa Jones. I think I'm getting everybody. I'm just scrolling. Sorry, bear with me. Sabrina, Ellie. This chat is bumping. Okay.
Bumping.
People
Oh,
in the
thanks for
chat.
having a new member, Rody.
Go through it. Ringo, Home, Robin, Dishfoot Mish, Patrick Amato.
Did
Pink
you see
Flamingo.
your new member? Oh, you missed your spot. Go ahead. Sorry.
You'll see her. Brooke, you know how hard this is for me to begin with. Come on.
There. I'm sorry.
Gabi Ween, MTT, Maureen McCarthy, Heidi, hello, Gina A, Stephanie Johnson, Maggie Morgan, Coco, LAD, Phyllis Rose. Oh, sorry. Wow, there's a lot of people in the chat tonight. Rody Gal, Crystal. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'll pick you up in the chat. And the rest here on Gilligan's Isle.
Thank you guys for all the sweet comments about my hat. I told John right before we started I look like Frank Gallagher. But so you guys have made me feel so less self-conscious. Thank you. Okay. I saw so many. I just had to say thank you. Sorry, John.
It only says I have one person in the chat right now. I don't know. Does that happen to you when you go live?
It has before. Yes, it has.
Okay.
It drops for one. And it's been doing it on yours too, I noticed.
Oh, now it jumped up. Okay.
Rody became a new member. Did you say that? Or did I miss it? Yes, Rody.
Rody Gal. I think Rody Gal's been around before. Well, thank you, Rody, for being a new member or renewing your membership. I said she looked like Lip Gallagher. I'm like, no, you're cute. You look like Lip. So
and I love Lip. Lip is cute. He's like, I've got like a secret crush on Lip. But anyway.
So, all right, let's get into it. We have a lot to cover. And yeah, here we go.
Yes, he's fabulous. And he's on the inside scoop.
Ooh, look at that.
Rhodey said I wasn't. See, I remember. She had to fix it.
Okay.
All right. So where do we start with this?
Gosh, where do we start?
Of disgustingness.
Shaking my head, like literally. I don't know. Where do we start? Thank you, Patty Phillips.
Gene, wait.
Gene. Hey, Gene.
Gene started off the $5 footlong fund for us, so thank you, Gene. Williams.
Thank you, Gene. I love her pennies that she puts in the super
always
chat.
very specific in her super chats. And Patty is new, I believe. So welcome, Patty Phillips.
Is today Heidi's birthday?
No, Sunday is.
Okay.
But everybody can wish Heidi an advance happy birthday. Her birthday's on Sunday. So, hey, Patty. All right. So, I don't know where to start because there's so much dumbfounded, completely dumbfounded. So I could just start by saying that Gino and Jasmine are walking around Instagram and whatever else, telling the world that they're just two people in love and, met each other. Okay, so if you weren't on the live on Monday night, we had Lindsay and her friend Tara on, who both spoke ad nauseum about how they met Gino, what kind of sites they met Gino on. They were very forthcoming. They, Gino is someone who has gone from escort site to whatever site you want to call them, finding love. If you, that's probably a poor use of words. Finding people that he think would love them. I don't know.
Finding sugar babies.
Right, sugar babies. And here we are watching him on this TV show about love. And Tara had said that she was, positive that Gino had met Jasmine on a similar site.
Correct.
And Gino and Jasmine have been doing a very good job of silencing every blogger that dare post about them. Like, y'all know, if you've been following me for a long time, I can't stand Katrina, but Lindsay was on, and she equally can't stand me. We can't stand each other relationship for years. But when she's right, I will give her credit. And even Katrina had posted, I think she went live. She had Lindsay on her podcast, right?
Her podcast,
And Lindsay had given her some stuff, which Katrina had posted, and they got it down for sale of illegal goods. I mean,
what even is that? So what does that even mean?
Yeah, the broadcast.
She wasn't selling anything. She had the same, I'm sure, whatever, relatively the same DMs that we had posted. And sale of illegal goods, it's like you get a blue check mark and you just go rogue on IG policing the place. It's saying, for anybody saying anything slightly negative or true about you that might be negative. I mean, come on. You can't do that.
And unfortunately, when you do have that blue check, it gives you a little more credence when you're reporting stuff. So it's a lot easier for you to report something when you have a blue check to take something down. So Katrina's been getting it, you've been getting it, I've been getting it. Anybody who's been trying to post any type of truth about what's really going down. And I'm pretty sure that most of you have watched the live we did on Monday with Lindsay and Tara, and then the follow-up live we did on Tuesday night. And here we are, them going around social media, just judging and saying horrible things, and making it seem like they met each other at the library or at the laundromat, at the Fluff and Fold.
Fluff and Fold. That's, Fluff and Fold, all right.
And before we get into things, I just want to say two things. I go, people are saying in the comments, because I read them, why doesn't TLC vet anybody? Or why are they dropping the ball? Here's why. Because they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care, Sweets and Beyond. They don't care. They don't care. Like with Alina and Caleb, it would have taken somebody 5 minutes from TLC, they have social, they have a ton of staff to go and look at Alina's old post and say, that doesn't seem right.
Mm-hmm.
Or the stuff with, Jasmine and Gino, and they have to fill up a lot of spots on this show, and this is why I hate the show so much at this point right now, because it's none of it's real. It's not even remotely real. Like, you're watching right now, Gino and Jasmine, you're watching the story of a man who bought a girlfriend, a wife, whatever, and now they're on a show together, and we're watching it thinking it's a love story. You think TLC gives a good goddamn about that? You don't.
I mean, and you can't help but, and this is alleged that he did that, but I mean,
it's alleged, but
our guest said the other day that they believe they were in this, whole industry and sector of the internet where this, was going. They worked there. So, I mean, and besides, you can just be an educated human being and take one good look at Jasmine versus Gino and see that this had to have been transactional.
And we're going to cover all the bases tonight. We're going to cross every T and dot every I, because we're speculating, but anybody with two eyes and a goddamn brain can see what really this is about. I want to thank you, Gina Williams, for that. And then Jean, Jean, get a dozen cookies at Subway for me. 613 Williams. But we're gonna get hibbity bibbity, Jean. So we're gonna get to. I just kind of wanted to lay that out there first before we got into it. So I'm gonna share my screen. This is oh my god, this is really tight on my head. Hold on, I gotta loosen this up a little bit. Whew. Okay. I know for a fact that I was on TLC the whole episode. But wait,
what show were you on?
When I was on TLC, the whole episode with Sage, and during interviews, I was guided to what to say. Wait, Patrick, what were you on 90 Day or a different TLC show? And listen, we all know that watching reality TV isn't reality. I think scenes are rehearsed. Production asks you to say something over and over again to get the point.
My Crazy Obsession he was on. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, wow.
That's a cool show. I've seen that. I've seen that advertised. Which segment were you, Patrick? Let me just look. Is that
not even Shut Up pilot where you had when you're doing your confessional and you have the segment producer right in front of you saying, well, how do you feel about this? And how do you feel about her? And tell me what you think about this. But that wasn't good enough. Tell me again how you think about that with more energy. That's how it works. So yeah, I mean, reality TV is produced and edited and reproduced and whatever. But there's a difference between having couples that come on that really love each other and showing their story. Maybe they have to redo their lines, other than people who just but whatever. Let's get into it. See, Patrick, people saw you.
That's cool. Yeah.
Patrick, you have to come up next. Oh, and we're going to be doing an after show tonight. I know I haven't done one. It's been a crazy busy week. So I'm going to share the screen now, and I'm going to, now these are screenshots that were reported from my Instagram, from Brooke's Instagram. Luckily, Instagram put them back up, but still annoying.
I couldn't believe it. Thank God. They didn't even tell me. They just put it back up. John told me it was back up.
They were also reported on Katrina's Instagram because, for two people who are just no, people are making this up about us and this, that, and the other. They're sure doing a good job of trying to clean the slate. And don't forget that production is already in on this. I mean, it's so convoluted and disgusting. Thank you, Connie. Hibbity bibbity, Connie. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love the hibbity bibbity.
My phone is. I know my desk. Oh, there it is. I'll give you a honk. There we go. And I want to say I'm wearing my Care Bear shirt that Julie gave me. My new Care Bear shirt. Love it. So I'm going to share a screen with my Twitter. I can't even post, stuff because I'm afraid to post on IG. So let me share this with my Twitter, and then we'll get into this. Window.
Yes,
Twitter.
ma'am.
Okay, so can you see? Can you even read this?
I'll read it. You want me to read it?
No, I can make it bigger. Let me see if that makes.
Oh, there you go. That's better.
Okay, so this is what I put everything on Twitter after Brooks post got reported. So, and to make this make sense, we're gonna talk about it. So these are 3 emails that Gino sent to Lindsay. It's dated January 7th, 2018. He goes, yes, but I give bonuses to the girls that I trust and are worthy of it, or take them shopping just because. I do pay $300 for a sleepover type situation.
300. I mean, what is this, 1975? Why are you paying 300 for a sleepover situation, first of all?
To which Lindsay's reply to him was saying, I have no way of blocking you from emailing me, or I would have done that previously. I honestly do not give one single F about you or your pathetic pay for dating life, Gino. I have said this so many times. I am not sure what you don't understand about it. If anything, I feel sorry for you. And then above that, and I know it's hard, this is what we've been trying to piece together all week, and it's why it took us so long to get this. So, on February 2nd, 2017, that was, he's saying, I wish I could have seen and touched your new boobs before this all happened. I mean, not at the strip club either, but in private, if you know what I mean. You sleazy bastard. And then January 7th, he's sending pictures of him with other people. A pic is worth 1,000 words. And that, get it? 1,000. Like, so that's probably how much he paid. Sorry. When I'm sharing the screen, it's hard for me to read it. Jasmine, all she does is bounce in lingerie, asking someone to send her money for a new phone. Why can't Gino do it? And say, oh well, we're gonna get into it. So that's part 1, okay. And then let me get
146. That was funny. 300 get you a response, boo boo.
Hold on, I don't know what I'm doing. Twitter's different. Okay, and then we have. What's this? Oh, wait, no. Okay, so this is Gino, January 20th, 2018. So this might be my last email or text to you, but I wanted you to know something happened tonight. The girl I have been seeing lately has been moving fast. Tonight she told me she wants to have a relationship with me, and she is basically moving in tomorrow. She says she likes me so much and she is happy with me, but she wants to try this. Of course, I like her a lot and I'm very happy where I am with her, so I'm willing to try this. I don't think that you hate me or really meant a lot of the things you told me in your last note, but I wish you all the best and I hope you do the same for me. Now, this is 4 years ago, over 4 years ago. Okay. I might have to pull up Instagram because it's harder to hold on. It's harder to read.
Just pull it up. They put it back.
Yeah, I might. I had this up before Instagram put your post back.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So,
hey, Julie, I was just thinking about you whenever we mentioned the Care Bear hoodie, and I was thinking, oh, I miss Julie.
Wait, I have to go to my page. John Yates.
And I saw, I'm going to address this really quick. A bunch of comments on these posts that are from Instagram saying, oh, no way, there's conversations left out. I know we addressed this on my little short live earlier, but I just wanted to say it again. There's no way. And so I messaged Lindsay and I was like, listen, did you delete any of these conversations? And she's been nothing but completely honest with me. And she was like, absolutely not. That is him talking to himself. She said, and those are Facebook messages. And neither John nor I really use Facebook at all.
No, I don't ever.
But when she said this, I remembered because the one time I did when I reached out to the prisoner about Amira, that's how I messaged him, was Facebook, and I deleted something, and sure as shit, she's right. Sorry, sure as crap, she's right. And when you delete something on Facebook, for those of you that know and use Facebook, it says you unsent a message. So had she unsent the message and then tried to screenshot this stuff and send it, it would have said under each thing that she unsent her message, and it would have been right there.
Because, I thought, like, maybe she did unsend something, and, and that would make it look like bad. But then we told her, listen, like, if you did unsend anything and Gino posts the stuff that we're posting where you unsent it, you and the both of us are going to look really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's, anything that, you're hiding, we need to know now. And
we need to know. And that's what she was like, absolutely not. And then she even went on to say, I can open up my work Facebook right now and go through all of my messages. And let me just tell you, she's like, a good percentage of those messages are just like that, of men that I don't respond to. And they, month by month. And that's another thing. Look at the dates on these DMs. I mean, you could tell these are not consecutive conversations. They're from several different dates, several different months. And it's because she was not responding to him, but he was so relentless in trying to contact her, relentless via email. I'm sure then you'll see in a minute, relentless via DM. And she's not responding. And so
I only shut my camera
for anybody that
I'm trying to read, and I don't want my grill all up in like the camera, so 8 million people could take a bunch of horrible screenshots of my face.
I feel you. I do the same thing when I'm reading. I make really wonky faces
because I want to read it without a big old face plant. Okay, so this was the beginning. So Jasmine has been saying her accusations are fake. She invented them. She posted my pictures all over the media, including sending them to the school I used to work. Okay, that never happened.
No, she did not. And let me just tell you, this is one thing she's extremely upset about being accused of. She has messaged me she's like, I do not want people thinking this. And there's, also she's been accused of bullying her children, leaking her nudes, and we'll get there. But no, she said, I don't even know where this woman works. How would I know that? Like, she is not. All she ever did was message Jasmine to tell her, hey, this guy's
Drea, I'm assuming that the school where she teaches American literature at. That one. It must be really hard to read the Little Red Caboose to people, but okay.
It is revenge porn, absolutely. Revenge
me being shady. So let's all right, let me go back to this screen. Okay. So where's the thing next? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, that's Mary.
Oh, Lord.
Nope, never mind. That's a different line.
Story.
Okay. Okay, what?
No, that's where they're shaming her.
I know. Hold on. Okay. We're like the rest. How do I pull up the rest of the picture?
Go to. I need you to go. If you go to that arrow all the way to the right, there's a little white arrow right there. There you go.
I did that.
Oh,
and then that comes up.
Oh Lord, how do you? Okay, then you're gonna have to take 2 fingers and swipe with your key trackpad. 2 fingers and swipe to the left.
You want me to get handsy with an Apple mouse? Oh my God! Wait, what if I?
Wait, there's a little white arrow right here, right there. Right, go just a little bit to the right. No, back.
Wait, hold on. Let me look at streamers. Where?
Right underneath the heart, all the way down by the black banner at the bottom. There's a little arrow. It's white, and you can barely see it. Is that it, or is that on that picture? That might be on the picture. You're right by it. Just click it then.
Nope.
You can't swipe? Nope. Okay, don't use your mouse and use your trackpad to swipe. With 2 fingers.
We're gonna figure this out. Let me just go back to Twitter. Hold on.
I'm all up in mine too, trying to see it.
Oh my God. Sorry, guys.
If that doesn't work, I'll just show my phone.
I'll just go back to Twitter. Okay, share. Okay.
Or these should be in your photo gallery on your MacBook.
But I didn't put them on to okay, so
all right.
Okay, so here we go. So that's another email, and okay, here we go on April 19th. Okay, sounds great. Hey there, I have an off-the-wall question. Were you at BT's dancing today, Wednesday night? And then she goes, no. He goes, okay, thanks. Are you sure you weren't at BT's last night? I know someone that was there. last night and they saw you there. She goes, yes, I'm sure from it. Just got back from Florida. It wasn't me. He goes, okay, I believe you. Sorry about that. Let's see, this works better. Then May 12, 2018, I had a dream about you. Weird. We accidentally bumped into each other at a restaurant, then hung out. I hope you're doing well. This is from May to October. I hope you're doing well. I have to say that I miss you, but I'm doing good now. Glad you're doing great. Hey, if you're working this week, I might be able to come visit you and catch up. Long time since I've seen you. And then I guess Lindsay says, are you going to spend money? And then she gave her Patreon link. And he said, okay. September 12th, 2019. Oh, wow. Were you at Silver Cricket for a few days this week? You should have told me. I was in Dearborn. Then, hey, Lindsay, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. And at that point, 2019, I don't know if that was really Lindsay's assistant or just Lindsay saying, like, leave me the fuck alone. You know,
or she might have like a automatic reply to her messages that she might have just sent in there. Like, I'm sure she can or paste that in there. But she's trying to get him.
You know, so Lindsay's assistant, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right, let me get off this screen. Because I don't, okay. Then, so everybody, you know, Brooke, you want to explain this one?
Okay, so they were all on a site, her and her friends, and what I kind of get a discrepancy, I'm kind of confused on, but it's okay. I'm going to explain it without this. They were on a Facebook site called Sugar Life, sorry. And this was a site to meet and get clients and whatnot. And Lindsay was on it, and Tara, that was on the other night, was on there. And all of a sudden in their feed, one of the girls that were on there that did this Facebook, I mean, I don't know how big of a private group it was or whatever, post this picture with Gino. So he was already trying to get with Tara, Lindsay's friend.
And now this isn't Tara, and this isn't Lindsay. This is a
woman.
Third girl that is on a pay for. Is it pay for play? Like, I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, Sugar Baby. It's a Sugar Life site. It's for sugar babies. So the idea of Sugar Babies is that you have a sugar daddy, and I'm sure we all understand what that is. They have different arrangements, whatever it may be, whether it's, okay, you can buy me food, pay my car note, pay my mortgage, give me money, whatever the deal is.
Well, going back to that, like, but let me stop you there. Hold on. Because I think this is a good example, of what they offer. Hi there, this is Lindsay, assistant. Lindsay would love to respond personally to each message she receives, but due to the amount of time she's unable to do so. Are you interested in ordering custom videos from Lindsay? Signed photos, worn panties, check out many vids, so it's a service.
And it's kind of just like, it's very, I think, individualized for whatever they ask for. And it's up to the woman if she's going to agree or not. Of course, it's her discretion. And now he's on there, and now let me make this clear. He did not post that. This is not an example of him, but what he did do is go out and get on this site and find another girl on this Sugar Baby site. I'm sure he knew Lindsay was on. And Lindsay, if you're listening, you can message me and correct me if I'm wrong, because I have my phone tonight. I didn't last night or the other night. But so basically this is him kind of infiltrating another one of her sites to make business and just showing up on a Facebook, on a feed. And Tara was like, oh my God, Lindsay, that's Gino.
And I really hope that everybody watched, the first live we did with Tara and Lindsay, and then the follow-up live we did after that, because people were just saying now, and I know it's his super fans, trying to be but you're literally watching a story where this man Gino pays for women, sex, whatever it is. And we're supposed to believe this as a classic American love story. Right. Okay, so moving on.
I'm getting some intel. I'll tell you whenever it comes through. Okay, go ahead.
This is, hold on. Shit. Then, September 5th, unfortunately, my dad passed away. It was for Christmas. He's in a better place. Have a good life. Then he sends her a couple of YouTube links. I have no idea what that's about. Hey there, what's going on with you lately? Are you really doing porn now? I finally met someone. She just agreed to move to my country and have new life with me. Okay. All right. So let me say a couple of things now. All right. right, let me put my camera back on. Okay. People were giving, like Brooks mentioned earlier, people were saying, oh, she's not replying. Well, like, has nobody ever ghosted somebody before? Like, I could go on my IG right now and go to my DMs and show you hundreds of messages of where people just send me messages over and over and over and over again. And I don't say anything. So I don't think it's that, if you're tired of somebody, and especially after what Lindsay said, like, after she left the house, he got really obsessive, and it's clear that this is the truth. And all Gino has to do, if we're lying about it, is post the messages that are missing from Lindsay. Problem solved. But then he would have to admit that he actually was talking to people who made money off this. So he's not going to do that either.
No, he's not. He'd rather go do damage control and take everybody's posts down, and they act like it's not there. It's not true. That's not the case. Let me also add that that first picture we showed with the girl with the long hair and the hat with the face scratched out, that Lindsay wanted me to say that was also sent to her in her email. So he's got a long-standing history of sending Lindsay pictures of other women on dating sites to try to make her jealous.
Because don't forget,
part of it is letting her know that these women are from dating sites, basically like she's getting my money and you're not.
Right. Like this is him. Like, I'm so happy you said that. Like, he's like, look, there's like the knife. Look, now they're getting my money and you're not.
Right.
That's
1,000 pictures. Yeah. Words, whatever.
That's exactly what's happening here. All right. So, all right, let me go back to this so I could read it. I finally met someone, and then, okay, now here we go into the broken English. I finally met someone. She just agreed to move to my country and have new life with me. She is super amazing across the board. She lives in country of Panama and moving here to be with me soon. Okay. All right. Let me put my face back on here. Now, a lot of people pointed out that there was broken English. And I said that, the light bulb went over my head the other night when me and Brooke were on Tuesday. I'm like, wait a minute. Nobody speaks English like that. Nobody says, I'm going to country of Panama, meet my fiance, she would, unless they're Yoda or somebody using Google Translate to post. Because, in Spanish, like in English, you say, I'm going to my uncle's house. In Spanish, how that would translate is like, I'm going to the house of my uncles. And I have 4 degrees. I have extensive
the ownership is different.
Foreign language. I know how wording and linguistics and everything works. So nobody speaks like that. And, as you can see from prior things that we just put up there, is that Gino was speaking like any American would, like I would, like Brooke would, like you guys in the chat would. Now it's getting weird. I met woman dream of my life. She's from country of Panama. Like, nobody speaks like that. And now let's talk about this for a second, because what have we learned from the show so far that we've seen? We've seen that Jasmine is extremely jealous, and if Gino goes to McDonald's and orders a Big Mac and it's a girl that's giving him his number one, that she needs to get on the phone to make sure that he was only ordering a Big Mac with no cheese. So are you going to tell me that at some point, jealous Jasmine, where her own friends in the last episode said, yeah, she's crazy and she's a little intense, you don't think that Jasmine took control of Gino's phone or his Instagram at some point and then started sending messages to Lindsay or any of the other women that he was speaking to?
Let me just tell you, if I was...
We're not stupid, guys. And I know I'm not. I know Brooke's not. I know my members and my followers aren't.
She said, let me have that password. If you love me, if you want to keep me, if this is what you want and you want to keep it, you're going to give me your password. Okay? If you want me to trust you, you're going to give me your password. And she got his password. she got control over his account. I grant you. I'm sure to block, to respond, to reply, or to do whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted. So I think what the takeaway here is, although Gino has a history of doing this and he's obsessed over Lindsay, has been harassing the crap out of her, sending her pictures of other women in her emails and whatnot. And what we have is not everything. It's just a good summary of what Lindsay said. She said she'd be sending it all damn day if she showed us everything. But this is a good meat and potatoes of everything. And here we have now something in broken English all of a sudden. And what year is that, John? 29? Is that's 2021?
It's when he starts talking to. And notice, like, now,
what year is that?
None of his texts that we just read out loud, none were in like broken English. But like I read them, like I would read them, like I would say it, or Cody or Brooke or anybody else would say it like, in American, like English, whatever. But now and I picked up on that right away when on the last live we did, because there's no way, and I will again, I don't have the proof, but I would bet my life on it.
Allegedly. Right. And Hagarita, I don't think he didn't delete them. Those are screenshots. I mean, I don't know when she took those screenshots. Who knows? But and if he didn't delete them, then that was probably another parameter set by
Jasmine. What that tells me, Kelly? Kelly says even Gino's comments say on IG were broken English. That means that Jasmine's commenting on his account. Because I've seen enough comments from Gino. Like, you just don't speak in a regular English and go to broken English. Like, it's clear that you're using Google Translate. It's very clear. So, what happened? Did he have a stroke? Did he forget how to speak? Like, make it make sense to me. Like,
oh my God, I just had an epiphany. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Get it.
Y'all remember? Oh my God. Do y'all remember when I freaked out because Gino fucking blocked me for no reason? Do y'all remember? And I was freaking out. It was right before Christmas. And I said, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I don't know why he blocked me. This is hilarious. I haven't even done anything. I put his face by Cartman. I reached out to Jasmine then, y'all. I reached out to Jasmine then. But let me also tell you, let me edit to add. I had a lot of wine the first night of the first season. And I messaged Gino. First episode, episode 1, day 1. I think he was already following me at that point. She was not. He was. And I messaged him and I said, oh my God, she's a crazy bitch. That's what I said. And then I'm going, why did he block me? I messaged Jasmine. I tell her, oh my God, I don't even know what I did. Blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden I get re-added, re-followed. And now I know that she is running his account. She deleted me and blocked me. He did not block me. He did not block me because I called her a crazy bitch. She looked like a crazy bitch in that first episode, period, or whatever. Second, I don't remember. First, it had to have been the first. And I got blocked. When I went, she's running that account. She's running his account. If she's on there speaking in broken English, definitely. Still to this day.
Guys, imagine if I started captioning my post saying,
wow. 1 second.
Angela break Michael up with news tea spill it. Like, you'd be like, John, did you have a stroke? Are you okay? Why are you speaking broken like that? It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't. And, we just showed how Gino normally talks in emails and posts. And now there's broken English because Jasmine can't stand the fact that, like, and Lindsay's beautiful. Can't stand the fact that, like, and which makes me even, Tara said that, she was certain that Gino met Jasmine on one of these sites. And, now Jasmine is on the show, wants to be top dog. And it's not, we don't have the proof, but I mean, anybody, it's nobody speaks in broken English. Like I make a caption, speaking of Fiance 90, it is, like, unless I just became Yoda, it's not going to make sense to anybody. So let me continue. I just want to throw that out there because now I'm going to have another point in one more second. Hold on, let me block my face.
I will also say though, in playing devil's advocate, he does have some texts where he does speak in broken English back before he met Jasmine, but not like really. It's just like he was more like he didn't do all this changing of adjectives and nouns, okay, which is the big distinct difference. But he did just kind of speak in what I like to call shorthand text where you don't put the or I don't, what are the what's the these
I have watched enough Judge Judy, People's Court, Murder She Wrote, Matlock, and Perry Mason to call a big kibosh on all this shit because this is all garbage. And I am sorry. Like, you don't speak in regular like English like we would one day, and then like it goes to broken. That means that someone is running your account who doesn't speak English naturally.
Here's the caveat though. I think if you want to be completely honest, seriously, after seeing that group post, especially dogging on Lindsay and whatnot together, like, yeah, she's this, she's that, and being all disgusting and shady, and then Gino going on there and talking shit, which we'll get to in a minute. Now I'm thinking that they both ran this account and that they were both doing this.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely believe
Lindsay.
that both Gino and Jasmine were harassing Lindsay on this account because we've seen how Jasmine
Betty said, "Oh, let's send her some pictures of you, some really good ones, because she gets really fucking pissed off."
That's my next point. Let's get into that now. Okay, so now we get the pictures of and look at all these like great pictures that listen, when I want to send, there's a lot of pictures of me out there, but I'm going to send my best pictures, right? When I want to intimidate somebody or make somebody feel bad. So look at this. Then just picture after picture after picture of, her in her lingerie, her in her hat, her in her fucking tits hanging out, her, this, that, and the other. So to me, you know what this tells me? This is Jasmine sending this on Gino's account to Lindsay because Jasmine can't take it. And this is after the broken English. And then
look at 146. He's also never used captions and emojis before, and all she uses on her, and that's all she's using on her page now is captions and emoji, or doing captions and emojis under the pictures. I'm sorry, continue, John.
But if and again, this is just speculation, but I would bet my life on it. This is Jasmine right here, who has the reins on Gino's account. Because she was like, I can't take you. She couldn't take Gino speaking to an attendant. And I don't know, it was at McDonald's, wherever he was that episode, right?
That couldn't hold a candle to Jasmine. The woman on the waitress was just a plain lady. Like, she wasn't just like this big, boobs and like all this and big lips and whatnot. She was just a normal looking lady. And then Jasmine gets jealous of her. Come on. Like,
I mean, does this make sense to anybody? Like,
no confidence.
And
no
then
confidence she has.
I'm sure that Jasmine caught wind of Gino constantly emailing her, constantly DMing her, and then she was like, give me this phone. I'm gonna show this bitch that I'm royalty and the prettiest girl of all, and shut her up. That's how I see it. And I'm pretty sure I'm right.
You are right. And I think, we're talking about a woman, and it's unfortunate because Jasmine, I know we're crap talking you right now, but you are a beautiful woman. You are above average.
No one's saying Jasmine's not pretty.
You're gorgeous, but she thinks she's not. This is the problem, is she doesn't think she's pretty. She doesn't have, if she did, she wouldn't have to be tracking Gino. You know who I'd never fucking be worried about? Unless, I don't know what's going on. I would never be worried about Gino if I looked like Jasmine or Lindsay doing a damn thing shady to me. But then again, you have Lindsay that's already told us that they liked each other for a split second, and he still was going out looking at other women on these sites. So I think we're dealing with something a little bit more psychological here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay,
I think this is an obsession. He'll do it to you too, Jasmine. Stop taking up for him.
Can you see my mouse?
Yes.
Do you see this here? Now they're sending pictures like doubled pictures of Jasmine and Gino together. Like, And then there's Jasmine again in the lingerie over here. You know, then I blurred this out over here because it's a picture of her ass, so I didn't want that. You know, I didn't want anybody thinking, you know, whatever. And then, you know, he's like, follow me on IG, whatever. And then she even sings love songs to me, and no worries about the guy. It's her gay roommate. How come that's not in broken English? How come she's not? How come Gino's not saying, singeth her songs love cone me, gay roommate, he is worries not. How come that's not in broken English right there? Tell me.
Because they're both using this account.
Tell me why that's not in broken English. That's regular.
This account to torment Lindsay, who's done nothing in this situation. And we're not even there yet because this is all prior to, like, right? This is prior to her, you know, messaging him or her to alert her that she's getting sent her pictures. So this, like, they were tormenting and plotting on this girl. And was it for production reasons? What year was this? This year, 2021, in March. So when did they meet? I mean, we know that they're corresponding here. And then, like, another one, and I'm not going to mention any names, somebody pointed out earlier, he says in a couple messages that you'll see in a second, like, that he's going to visit her for 2 months. And he's going to go visit her for 2 months in July. That means they didn't meet at Christmas. There's more fuckery, of course.
So then there, you know, there's more. Then there's another video of Jasmine, and I'm going to Panama for 2 months to meet my fiance on July 3rd. Of course, we video chat every day for the last 3.5 months. And then there's, you know, and then it's weird because here, if you see at the top, it's Jasmine's story. So, you know, that's Jasmine's story.
And let's just also edit to add that, let's just say, I'm going to play devil's advocate for 5 seconds. Let's say we're wrong. Let's say this is all Gino, okay? This has all come out. We're not, I didn't know this when we first did this live and all that, but this has been posted. Some of the, not necessarily these, but some of the other stuff has been posted before. Where is all that? Why, Jasmine, aren't you looking at Gino like, WTF? No, like, why aren't you pissed at him? If this isn't both of you, why are you not pissed at him?
Right. Perfect point.
That makes no sense. You should be enraged with him. This should be an issue, a big one. You know what I mean? And it should have been, and I'm sure this all played out in front of cameras. We don't know. We won't know till Sunday how this happened, what happens. But she sent her screenshots. She sent her proof. She sent her everything she needed so that and I'll also say she did it to warn her, dude. She was like, woman to woman, this guy's an asshole. I'm letting you know before you get too invested here or come over here, get a ring or do something that's going to really affect your life, that this guy is not who you think. And to me, as a woman, do you know how much I would appreciate that from another woman? Seriously. Let's just think about that. All these women, all you women in here, I'm sure you can agree. If you got that kind of a warning, that opportunity to dodge a bullet and from somebody, and you can see in the prior post that we posted about how Lindsay responded to the barrage of insults, and you're a this and you're a that and you're gross and you're old and you're ugly, all these things. And she was like, you're disgusting. And Lindsay's like, me? Like, these are her responses. Like, I didn't even do anything. I was just telling you how Gino, what he's about. And I was just letting you know you might not want to get all involved. Like, she came from a good place, in my opinion. And
no, I agree. Like, Lindsay was trying to help her out, saying, listen, you know, but, you know, it didn't matter what Lindsay said to her, you know, because, but all right, let's
guns blazing.
Okay. Why is Gino so hell-bent on going to Panama and impregnating a girl that treats him like shit, that makes him spend $3,000 on an additional vacation within a vacation? Like, what does that tell you about him? Like, he went down to Panama. They were staying in a nice, Gigi place, and because Gino I don't know. What was the reason? Why did Jasmine have to book that vacation within a vacation? What was her reasoning?
Because she
pissed
wanted
her off
this.
in some way, and she
Oh
had.
no, because he didn't give her anything for Christmas, but the
Oh
toothbrush.
yeah, the
that he gave
toothbrush.
her
The toothbrush.
prior to Christmas.
Yeah, I
So
mean
she
that was
bought
fun.
herself her own
I'll give her
Christmas
that on
gift.
that one.
I'll give her that too. But I mean, but still, what you do in that situation, Jasmine, FYI, I'm going to give you a free little tidbit. You say, hey, I'm sorry, but I feel like we didn't really do a Christmas. I don't know if she gave him anything, but let's do a trip, okay? I mean, you didn't like to be fair, whatever. And that's it. But do you really go book it and say, hey, bitch, you got to pay for this trip, whether you like it or not?
But why is he trying to impregnate somebody that really? I mean, like you went down there. You know why? Because he wants to seal the deal, and
deal.
That's it. If I put a baby in her, then maybe I'm off the hook.
He didn't get Lindsay stuck. He wants to stick this next one
for continuing to buy her off. So on this next one here, I'm going to bring it to USA on again. This is broken English. This makes no sense to me. I'm going to bring her to USA on fiance visa. Nobody who lives here in America, in the United States, would say, I'm going to bring her to USA. Well, Lindsay's already in the USA and you're in the USA. So it's where she lives. I'm sorry. This is wrong. This tells me it's just Jasmine with this beautiful picture of Jasmine, with the red dress and the puffy lips there with the come fuck me red lipstick. I'm going to bring her to USA on fiance visa. We are getting married. I have never been this happy in my life, and it feels amazing. There's no way Gino wrote that. I'm sorry. I would if for me, I'd say, listen, I'm going to bring her to Jersey, or I'm going to bring her here.
Yes. Is this the one that says our country or my country? Is that the one you're reading right now?
And on the other side, oh my God, my fiance and I interviewed for a major TV show. Again, doesn't sound right. Similar to 90 Day Fiance show. Again, similar to 90 Day Fiance show. No American rights like that. We were just selected to be on this new TV show for the third time in
and look at all the emojis,
a bunch of words, with the filming to start around January. Likely will be on TLC channel. No one writes like that. We are going to be movie stars. Ha ha. It will be shown on TV, not only USA but globally. Period. Filming will be done in Panama. Period. Once in a lifetime chance, and I can't believe we are celebrating. Come on, man. Come on.
John, I have a bridge for sale.
Yeah, I have one too. If anybody wants it, they're great.
It goes straight to Panama. Here's the deal. Those emojis, everybody in the comments keeps saying she must use a lot of emojis. And to be honest with you, I can go back to my messages with her, even though I can.
And she looks like
now that she blocked me, I don't think I can find them. But she used a lot of emojis with me too. So, and that's another thing. I want to make this a big, huge point. Pretend I'm talking to, say, I don't know, Drea. Hey, Drea, I met this guy. I'm going to bring him back to, and if I insist on saying country, I'm going to bring him back to our country. You don't say my country, Drea. I'm assuming you live in the U.S., right? Wouldn't you say?
Well, here's how I would say it.
I'm going to bring him back. I know you'd say it I'm going to bring him back here. All right, that's what I'd say for real. But if I insisted on using these words in this comment, right? I would say, if I insisted on saying I'm going to bring him back, just for example, I'd say, if that's our country, you're talking to somebody else that lives in the United States. You would never say my country to somebody else that lives in the United States also. You would at least, at the very minimum, if you're going to talk like that, say our country. Period.
Let me reread this how I would say it, or anybody else. Okay, they keep saying fiance. Are they engaged? I don't remember Gino popping the question to Jasmine, but okay. Here's how I would write this last paragraph. This one here. Let me read it, and then I'll tell you how I would write it. I would say like, oh my God, my girlfriend and I interviewed for like a major TV show that's kind of like 90 Day Fiance. We're going to be there, and filming is going to start around January, and it's probably going to be on TLC. Like the We Are Going to Be movie star. I see, like I can't even like her saying like, okay, this like here, I'm going to bring her to USA on fiance visa. We are getting married. Like I'd say, listen, I'm bringing her here, or I'm bringing her to Jersey. I'm bringing her to Jersey, and we're gonna get married. And I've never been as happy in my life. Like it's no.
Or
sorry,
like
no.
MG says, or I'm gonna bring her back to the States. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try this. Anything but I'm gonna bring her back to my country. You're talking to somebody that lives here. But yeah, you're right. I'm gonna bring her back to Texas. I'm gonna bring her back to Houston. I'm gonna bring her back to. But
Rancho Cucamonga. It doesn't matter. Like you don't say I bring her back to USA. No, like that's nobody talks like that.
And Americans don't say USA either. That is such a foreign way to refer to the United States. They say US. Nobody says USA. They say US.
So let's talk about this. This nonsense.
Shame.
Okay, so
how dare
this really bothered me too today, because Jasmine and Gino are like on this like this I don't know what kind of tour you want to call it, saying they don't want people to think that Gino's never paid for sex. Gino pays for sex and pays for women and pays for their time. I mean, that's not even a legend. That's fact.
And if he wants to try to do any fuckery, then we've got the proof. Like you can't get in trouble for saying for real facts.
And then you have TLC putting on the show. Look, that TLC don't care. Look how many people TLC had a fire recently because they have to fill spots. So this is Jasmine saying, no, sweetie, I'm not mad at her. I'm talking about Lindsay. I actually feel bad for her. Those chats were before I even knew Gino's existence. She has been like a nightmare following me everywhere ever since she knew about the reality. I guess she's trying very hard to get fame because of the show. She has been harassing me for months. I don't know how to tell her to leave me alone. You know what this sounds like?
Projection?
This sounds like this is Gino writing for Jasmine.
John just sees shit sometimes, and he's usually right.
That just dawned on me just now as I'm reading it out loud. This sounds like this is Gino writing for Jasmine, like the
broken English.
Shoes on the other foot, because this English is perfect. She's been harassing me for months. I don't know how to tell her to leave me alone. She made me lose my patience once.
No, she made me lost my patience once. Now there's a little bit of a
and that's never going to happen again, because if you're using translate, no one would use cause because it would be translated as because. She can get very low. Wishing her the best with her prostitution career. I'm not being disrespectful, but that's how she makes a living. This, you know what? If I were to make a bet again, which I would probably bet my life on, this is Gino writing this on Jasmine's account, or Jasmine said, Gino, please write this out for me, and then he texted it to her, and then she posted it. I mean,
he probably texted it to her.
You can don't give. That's a screw up there. You can don't give what you don't have, and I understand this lady has no respect whatsoever for anyone in life. Maybe if you contribute with her porn videos, she will leave me alone. So those who like that stuff, go and make her happy supporting her cause. At the end of the story, that's all she wants. I just want to live in peace. See, to me,
yeah, he sent her that for her to copy paste.
That's Gino writing that. I'm sorry. I am sorry. That is completely.
And then it's also him writing this at the bottom. He continues on to say, "She is, read. This is the."
I'm sorry if I'm missing comments and super chats. Thank you to Geneva, but
thank you, Geneva.
I'm right. I'm sharing the screen and I can't see the comments when I'm sharing it. And then then he goes on to write, she is trying to gain fame from Jasmine, and I being on the show because of her career path led her to being a porn star. Pathetic. So where's the broken English here, Gino? pathetic, especially since she has 2 young boys. What are they going to think about her in the future? How can they be proud of a mom like this? And that just set me off. That was
because their mother is making an honest, in my opinion, you know what? If anybody, and by the way, I want to take a second to say thank you for each and every one of you individuals that took the time out of your day on that post to leave her some, or she sees these comments, to leave these messages of support for sex work, because this needs to be unstigmatized. I don't care who you are, and I understand. You've got to understand, this woman is making a living for her children. Those 2 little boys that Gino just spoke about get to eat and have nice things and live a very comfortable life. So shame on you, especially
and these are 2
shame
little
on you.
boys that lived in Gino's house that he refused to give the bunk beds back to. Like, you know, when Lindsay left Gino's because she was, you know, she was down her luck. She moved in there. And, you know, when she was ready to go to leave, he wouldn't even let her take her kids' bunk beds, guys. Do you know that? And that's what brought production to ask Gino, like, whose bunk beds are these? And that's how this all comes together. It's fucked up.
It is fucked up. And he's still keeping her belongings. He's still harassing her.
I don't even care if this doesn't get monetized, because that is fucked up. And I'm sorry. Like,
it'll get monetized. I promise.
This is straight out bullshit. And I'm sorry.
So
like,
if you want to talk about who's bringing kids into this, they're bringing kids into this. He's bringing kids into this. She's never mentioned a child, and it just destroyed her. I can't tell you how many messages I've got from her going, this is crazy. I would never bully her kids. I would never bring up children, innocent kids. Like, this woman, I wish you guys knew her like I did, but I see you have her back. But still, she is just so distraught over not anything but the facts that she's getting told that she bullied kids. She's freaked out by that. Who's bringing up children here? They are.
There's no way that Jasmine wrote that long paragraph. She had Gino write it for her. Like, I don't know if they have, like, you know, the logins to, like, each other's accounts. And, you know, but there's no way Jasmine wrote that. That was completely Gino writing that. There wasn't, you know, that flowed. It wasn't like she from country of Texas. You know, it wasn't like that, like, not like, you know, like that translate nonsense. And then for Gino to say, like, this horrendous, you know, she is trying to gain fame from Jasmine and I being on the show because her career path has led her to being a porn star. Let me ask you guys a question. How many people from the cast are on OnlyFans? Jasmine included.
And Jasmine. And let's, like Dreamsicle just said, and do you even have custody of your kids? I mean, why aren't we talking about that? But yeah, Jasmine, like, you know what? I might just buy a subscription to Jasmine's OnlyFans just to see how raunchy it is.
And no, if I'm being honest, maybe
and we won't show it.
Maybe porn, or, like, you know, that might not be people's first line when they wake up. Like, you know, it might not be people's aspirations. You know what I mean? But it's a career, and listen. My mom took the easy way out and left me when I was 9, and she couldn't provide. And listen, if it meant that my mom was doing porn and she was still with me on this earth to provide for me and my sister, and I would be goddamn proud of her, no matter what she did to, like, keep my family going. So her
babies are proud of her, and nobody needs to even worry about those babies but her and her husband. Okay. So Gino, like, you're at an all-time low. Leave her children out of it, because she has not brought children.
And these are kids that he knows that lived in his house. It's so vile and disgusting and sick. Like, you know, and he wants to make it seem like he, you know, he never, you know, for years he's been paying women escorts.
And he wants to act like he's all just appalled at this behavior. What a fucking hypocrite.
He's on Facebook sites, Instagram sites, emails. Like, we have him across the board, paying women left and right for years. And now he's going to chastise her when he was the one paying the mother. He was the one paying the mother and taking the kids in? Are you fucking kidding me, you piece of shit? I am sorry. I am fucking sorry, but no. No, 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 no.
We haven't even gotten into the weird ass Craigslist ad to fly somebody from, I can't remember where, over to, we'll get into that in a minute because that's creepy as hell too. All you have to do, by the way, if you guys want to get a little ahead of the game, is just Google his screen name that he uses on IG. You guys can do that right now and hold it for like a little while later because it's really creepy. It'll lead you to a bunch of nasty sites that look like they're like, I swear to God, Joanne Fabrics. And you'll click on it. And it's like over 18 XXX. And it's got his screen name. Google.
Wait, why did you say Joanne Fabrics in comparison to this? Because it's so different.
It does. It's like this. It's like these weird embedded. They're like sex sites that look like. One was a hockey puck site, and you open it, and it's like 18 to enter XXX.
Oh,
but you
no,
see, and
I just heard you say Joanne Fabrics in the same
it
breath.
said
like,
that. It looks like fabric.
Don't pour Joanne's Fabrics into this.
I'm just saying, it's what it said, or something fabric. And then you click on it, and it ain't no fabric site. I'll tell you that much. If it is, it's a carpet site, not a fabric site. Anyway.
But how dare he go and chastise this woman that he brought in, and Lindsay was very clear when she said, listen, times rough. She was working in legal. And listen, I worked in the legal field. They don't pay dick unless you're an attorney.
And they work their asses off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For 10 years, I did it, whether being a paralegal or a court reporter or what. Listen, look what happened to us. We, worked in legal for 10 years and we were out on our asses. We were living paycheck to paycheck.
It happens to a lot of people.
But for him to say this, and him coming off as I never paid for sex, that's all he's done. And his whole, the last 4 years, 5, 6, 7 of his life has been paying people for sex and their company.
And let's not forget, whenever he couldn't get to Lindsay, he was messaging Tara from our other interview with them the other night. Messaging Tara, sending Tara nudes of Lindsay. Can we not forget this? So this whole sending nudes thing to piss people off and make people jealous is a thing he's been doing. Okay. And they're not going to send me proof of these nudes being sent because they're nudes. And just like she didn't send me proof of Jasmine's nudes being sent because they're nudes. But it happened. And here you've got this Gino character going around sending people intimate pictures, revenge porn. And there's nothing wrong with this. And then you're going to go on there and say, and to think she's in porn. But yet in the earlier message, are you really doing porn now? And I'm sure he looked like that cartoon character with a dog with a, you know what I'm saying?
And she's sending, she's saying that, Lindsay's posting my pictures and contacting the school. Lindsay did no such thing. And where's the proof then? Why isn't she posting it? Just like Gino, post the conversation. If Lindsay is leaving things out of the conversation and, purposely, then Gino has, post it and prove us all wrong. But then Gino, what's going to happen? Everyone's going to know that you're a greasy motherfucker who only knows how to get sex by paying for it. And that is what the story is.
So don't be going after Lindsay, shaming her for what she does to provide a good life for her family while you are the consumer of that good life. You are, like I said earlier, the economic spinster of this whole organization. You're just a little bitty pawn in a whole bunch of men like you, but you're going to sit there and ridicule somebody that you consume those services, you consume this, and yet it's above you. I think you need to take several fucking seats.
And let's talk about this.
And your girl.
Let's talk about this right here.
So I was looking at my alerts, and all of a sudden I was like, what? So I go to this page. Workout by Jasmine. It's also followed by Gino. It's her workout page. Coming to my page to troll. Okay.
After she blocked us and is reporting our stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean,
to say, ha ha ha, I'm still following you. That takes 2 seconds. Boop, boop.
I mean, it's wild. I mean, this is insane. Wait, more. There's more. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm not used to being on Twitter on a desktop. I'm used to it for my phone. It's a little different. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Okay. There's like the stuff with production. Like, and let's not forget, after production, this what was the guy's name? Brooke.
Which one? Oh, Brian Spohr.
Brian Spohr,
Emmy nominee.
Emmy nominated Brian Spohr found the bunk beds in Gino's house and said who these belong to, and then Emmy nominated Brian Spohr is actively working against someone he's filming. It's like where's the outrage from Gino? Like you would think.
Outrage, period.
Why isn't Gino mad that production is actively working against him to teach him a lesson with somebody who has no interest in wanting to be on the show, and it like actively canoodling, like I don't even know the words, like, and he's not mad about that. Like, he's not mad that Gino and Lindsay, he's not mad that production and Lindsay are working together to take him down.
But let's just say, but she wasn't working with them to take them down necessarily. Like, she was literally just trying.
Right. No, yeah, correct.
To circumvent the situation by sending her these messages. And, I don't know the conversation prior to, but even if it was Brian Spohr's idea, hey, you might just want to let her know if he's like, what if she was sending this to Brian and be like, I don't know what to do. He won't leave me the fuck alone. He keeps just sending me this stuff. And she is sending it. He said, send them to her. And even if it was his idea, I'm sure it was hers too, but I'm just saying it was done for a reason, and it was to warn Jasmine. No matter Spohr's idea, no matter who came up with this.
I couldn't imagine Gino seeing that and being happy with Brian Spohr from Emmy nominated Brian Spohr from segment producer from 90 Day Fiance working against him with an ex of his, saying, "Let's teach him a lesson, make him look bad." Well, if it were me, I'd be like, "I'm going to sue you."
If I'm not mistaken, like, these producers are your go-to man. These producers are who you call whenever something happens. Am I mistaken, John? You've got a little bit more of the
that's it. Like, they're the ones, like, they have a team. They're the only ones that film you. Like, you have a crew that comes, every season. You have the same crew, and they film you. And like, I can only imagine, like, Angela. If Angela realized that one of her segment producers were like actively like campaigning against
plotting against her.
Right? Imagine what Angela would do. Imagine.
No, Angela would. That's I can't even imagine.
TLC headquarters would be burnt to the ground. It'd be burnt to the ground, and that would be it.
Fire and brimstone, like you said earlier, John. It would be done.
So,
because you can't do that. You can't sit there and manipulate. This is supposed to be real. And let's not forget that if Jasmine never had this is we're about to see what happens on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, this is about to happen, and I don't even know what to expect because history shows Jasmine doesn't handle things very well when it comes to other women. And Brian Spohr, who no longer works with the network, doesn't get an NDA from Lindsay, sending Lindsay all this information. Do it. Yeah, do it now. These are the ones that are going to make him mad. Let's teach him a lesson. I'm sorry, but like the Bravo producers, John said, that you spoke to, that shit will get somebody sued and fired.
Yeah. And, but also Bravo does their vetting too. TLC doesn't care, and I hate to say this, but when Jeffrey was on, he was just in court, I think the month after he got signed or whatever, he just got, it was when the Kristen thing came out against him. And then, you're going to tell me that TLC doesn't even run a criminal background check or to see what's going on?
So the idea was for Lindsay to send these messages, but she said, he did tell her when to send the screenshot so he could get it on film so that they could get an organic reaction out of Jasmine. Just breaking news. So Lindsay was going to tell her regardless. Brian said, I need you to do it at this date, this time. And I guess she, you know, and then that's when she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just letting you know, I do not want to be on this show. Like, she probably followed through with what, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lindsay, she is watching, but she's not going to be in chat or anything else. And then all of a sudden she's freaking out because she's being complicit with what he's asking her to do and when and what. And then she's just like, I'm just making, like, I don't want to have anything to do with this. Like, I think she felt at that time that she had already done too much. And then he was like, you know, I'm not going to mention you. It's just, you're the ex. So just to clarify.
And here is, you know, Fraudhead getting reported for posting the same text we did, which we got reported for also. Okay. And then let's see, what's the other one? You know, another post. Your post removed for sale of illegal or related or regulated goods. I mean, that's how they're getting these posts taken down, just throwing whatever they can at Instagram. And this is why I hate Instagram. And I'm gonna switch back to Twitter. Because, like, you know, Instagram just will, you know, just take anything down. And this is how Jasmine and Gino, who have nothing to hide, according to them, right? But are really doing their damnedest to silence anyone who speaks about this. And goddamn, I hate defending Katrina, and it's really hard for me to do it right now. But
the same thing goes for her. And who knows if her stuff got reinstated. But listen, what part of what were they thinking to think that they can go on this show and just go around and do this kind of stuff? And Gino, knowing he did this to Lindsay and knowing all of these skeletons, and think that you could just cruise through this shit and none of it come out. Like, are you new? I mean, we know you're new, but you had to have gotten some kind of a fucking, I don't know, a letter. Somebody had to have given you a 411 to say, you can't, everything about you is going to come out. Everything. And for you to think you can police IG like this is ridiculous, because we're not going to, and my shit, like we said, we got it put back up. So keep on keeping on.
it's just like crazy. I'm sorry. You know, you can't try. I think we got. Did we share everything we needed to share? By the way, are we good?
I think we shared everything, but yeah, I think we did.
This production. Just want to make sure we say everything we wanted to say. Let me see.
Let me make sure
on the alt account.
And I'll also say that I think all Lindsay wants out of this is an apology. Like, she just literally just wants an apology. Like, that's what she's mentioned to me. Like, all you have to say is, you know, like she said, Jasmine did not have to come at her like that. Jasmine did not have to just sit there and be like, you're this, you're filth, you're whatever. Read her for filth, like Lily likes to say. She didn't have to do that. Like, all she had to say was like, I'm sorry for him. I'm going to take this up with him. Because let's be honest, like, come on. Why are you going after the ex-girlfriend unless you're just completely jealous of her? You need to be going after your man, okay? That's who sent your pictures. That's who leaked it all to her. You didn't know this.
It was Jasmine on Gino's account.
Well, like, whatever the case may be.
Pictures of me. And, like, you know, we didn't post the pictures. There's more. There's more. There's the naked pictures that were sent.
Which we don't have.
From Gino and Jasmine to Lindsay. Well, obviously, we're not going to post those. But there's more to it. So, you know, the broken English, the not broken English, like, you know, she's speaking perfect English when it's, you know, it's just, I know you guys are smart, and this is ridiculous. And see, I every day I feel more stupider, like Chantel's mom would say, for like even being
a little more stupider
universe, because it's ridiculous at this point. Like, this show, if anybody wants to be on TV, all you have to do is apply for 90 Day Fiance.
And I have a question. Let's say TLC finds out, and allegedly, I'm not saying this happened. I'm just saying, given all the evidence that we have, what if TLC ever found out, hypothetically, that, and I'm only saying that just to protect everybody, that Gino paid to be Jasmine's boyfriend. What happens then? There goes. I mean,
Nothing.
is it a Julia Roberts story? Is it Pretty Woman?
Yeah,
2022?
they'll say like, "Oh, look, she was like a paid escort," and then like he made her love her and he Pretty Woman her, like Tiffany would say.
So then he would definitely.
Yeah,
They would capital. They would capital. They're going to capitalize on this. And you know what, Gino and Jasmine, I think you should do the same thing. Admit it.
And we're all the fools watching this, thinking, "Oh, look at this story," and then like. And like word to the wise to anybody who's trying out for this show, this shit's gonna come out, and like we're not even doing anything. We weren't the ones that broke this story. Lindsay was on Frauded's podcast first. Mm-hmm. We're not the ones that broke this.
It just accidentally happened at this time because of everybody's schedules and when she was ready to even come on a YouTube. It just happened. And then literally we were planning, like we had already planned on doing the interview last week on Monday. And I was watching it like we had already said, okay, see you tomorrow, whatever. And then the TV comes on and it's like, I got a message from your ex, and that's Jasmine. I was like, holy crap. How perfect is this?
Well, that's Kelly. That's how TLC will play. Look, Gino did hire Jasmine as an escort, and look, he Pretty Womaned her, and he showed up to her house with the limo and the roses, right. And, playing the opera.
That's how they'll hypothetically.
Yeah, that's how they'll spin it.
If it comes off, if it comes out with receipts, that's how they'll spin it. And then to shame Lindsay. How dare either one of you?
And and Lindsay's been very upset, and as she should be, for her, Jasmine saying that she's trying to get famous off of them. Like Lindsay was doing you a solid, but I don't know anymore. I hate this show so much. I hate it. I hate it.
Wrong for this. You are.
No, I've been doing this since the show started. I've been at this for 10 years. Like
not wrong. You so wrong. Different. They're wrong.
They have, 90 Day has 50 spinoffs. No, I'm sorry. I'm exaggerating. 30 legitimate spinoffs. And I'm not exaggerating on that. 30 spinoffs where they have to keep cast members on, like they have their love bohemian style. Just landed, just lifted off. 90 Day Fiance, I took a shit. Oops. There's so much, there's so many different fucking What Now, David and Andy, Laura and Alex, The Other Way, Before 90 Days, Happily Ever After,
Single Life,
Bears All, Diaries, come on.
Fans Blast Back. We forgot about that one. Fans Fight Back or whatever.
Oh yeah. Fans Fight Back, and then Cash fights back against the fans. Right. It's
stop. Just stop.
Pillow Talk, 8 million versions of Pillow Talk. Chantel's story, Darcy and Stacy. Come on.
Now we're gonna have the fucking podcast. I promise it's coming.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. And then people are, the quarantine special. Thank you, Gina. Quarantined. Pillow Talk quarantine.
We can't miss out on any money when we're quarantined. We're gonna send everybody and the extensive things they had to do for quarantine. I remember poor Lisa getting all this equipment, all this stuff, and I'm sure they had I don't even know. But Lord, they never. Yeah.
There's legit. So and this is I just missed the days when 90 Day Fiance was on once a week on Sundays for 15, 12 episodes. And then it went off air. And then you had to wait for it to come back on for 3 or 4 months.
I never lived in
Remember
that
those
world.
days?
I
Like,
don't remember those days because I came onto the scene in like 2019,
oh my God. It used to be
2018.
like, you
And then I had to binge everything. And then that's whenever so I didn't really have to, I binged all this though.
Oh, the Danny, David and Annie cooking. You know, we got that one too. And David wonders what. Never mind. You know, but there's so just landed.
Landon,
Thank you. There's
Caribbean,
so much.
Caribbean.
Wait, which one?
The Caribbean one.
Oh yeah, I said Caribbean style, like Love Caribbean
Okay,
style. That whatever that one was. Like it's you know, and people are like, why don't you report? I'm like, because it's too much. Like I don't care. Like really, I just stick to like the OG, like cast members, because like at least I know that they're like at least like half truthful.
Authentic. Yeah.
You know, and not some like newbies that just want to get on the show to
be an influencer.
And that's why, like, you know, I'm so sick of this show. But here we are, eyeballs deep in it, talking about this bullshit.
Days like I'm so glad I had a flat tire again today. I have the worst luck because I was able to send everything in chronology to John, no problem. Just right before noon, like I told him in chronology. But God, this was like so much, but it's so worth it to bring it to you guys because especially when people are straight up lying about shit and, you know, broadcasting that they're making fun of sex work. I mean,
and again, like, you know, thank God, like, you know, my mother was down and out and she had no recourse and she killed herself. So thank God that Lindsay, you know, found a way to support her family and like is, you know,
comfortably.
Her kids should be proud and happy, and for Gino to say like her kid should be humiliated by her, and imagine when they see that. Meanwhile, Jasmine's on OnlyFans. Half the cast is OnlyFans. You know how many fucking cast members' dicks I had to see and cast members' vaginas like I never wanted to see ever?
Me too.
You know, but
Arby's open 24 hours, literally. Seriously, let me go make sure my little boy's.
You know, you can't say you can't be like boo hoo about porn, and then like have a porn site, Jasmine. And I am done with these two. I really just hope. The love game. Thank you to Geneva. Love games that Debbie and Colt got to the finals of against Libby and Andre. Debbie and Colt on Love Games. They made it to the finals. Okay, yeah, right.
I have never even heard of Love Games.
A mother and son team that Debbie's known Colt, I don't know, since he was in her uterus, and that's supposed to be fair to the other cast members. That she's had Colt since in utero, and no wonder why they made it to the finals.
Well, I don't know. I just think, and I don't know. It's up. I'm not even gonna say this really, but it's honestly, if we're gonna get down into the nitty gritty, and if people are gonna be punished for things that they say, and you know, special groups, if you want to put it that way, that they infract upon, dogging and bullying. I mean, everybody needs to be held to the same standard.
Wait, I forgot one too. Don't forget the 90-Day Fiance after show that very tall woman, what's her name, Michelle, would sit in that tiny couch. There was that one too. I forgot that one.
A tiny couch. I've got to refill my wine.
It was like 90-Day Fiance, like after dark or whatever. There was that one too. I forgot.
Wow.
But here we are, and like you have like the idiots that like, you know, they're on Instagram, they follow the bloggers, and then they're like, oh no, I believe their story. I'm like, but then there'll be another post about somebody and be like, oh, I saw this, and this, and it's like,
it's incredible. Oh.
I think we're good. Are we good? Did we cover everything? Because I never want to talk about these two people ever again in life.
Yeah, me neither. Because they're just going to keep going and policing and trying to silence everybody that says a good thing or a horrible thing about them that's true. You know, like, of course, they're going to go and try to fix the narrative. So I don't think we should talk about them ever again either. I think we've got our point across. I think we've made a very good expose on what kind of people that we're dealing with. And, you know, they can go from there. I've blocked both of them. I think we all have. And I got my posts reinstated. So
no, I'm not. Even like when we do our recaps, I'm not going to talk about them anymore. I don't like. They're out. They're vetoed. I don't care. I don't care. Like they're.
This isn't a true love story. This is a love story based on the Greenbacks.
And before 90 days, it's the worst on the franchise. You know, it's, and if anybody here, if you want to be on TV, guys, and if you're watching, all you have to do is email production. I'll give you the link if you want it, or their email, and say I'm talking to somebody. And you don't even have to be talking to them. You may never have any intention. Look at, you know, Williams, Yolanda, right? Or what was the other one? Marta, the third generation stripper. Remember Marta, who came from like 3 generations? Her mom was a stripper. Her grandmother was a stripper. Remember her?
Vaguely, yes.
Or Caesar. Never.
Caesar.
You know, that's another one. Then we have, you know, I don't know, Jury Sullivan.
David Murphy. David Murphy. Well, no, he met.
No, he met Lana, right?
Lana. Yeah.
You know, let's see if Ben meets Naugahyde or whatever her name is.
Oh, I think they're married. I think they're here. They're here in Arizona because they went party with Caleb.
Oh, so Ben and Naugahyde are here?
Ben and what's her friggin' name?
Oh, is it Mahogany? I'm sorry, I call her Naugahyde.
Oh, that Mahogany. I thought you were talking about Ben and that other lady from. Okay, Ben and Mahogany. I keep forgetting there's even a Ben on this season. Forgive me. Sorry, I'm thinking about the other Ben. What the hell is that? Yeah, no.
Well, we'll see if Ben ever meets, you know, Mahogany.
Akini. That's what I was thinking of. Akini. Not Ben and Akini, Ben and Mahogany.
But look at like 90 Day Fiance before 90 days and look at how many couples. I mean, I go back to like when like it was like Ash and Avery. That didn't work out. Darcy and Tom. That didn't work. And this is all in the same season.
Lisa and Usman.
That didn't work out. Jeffrey and Varia.
They worked out.
Well, did they? I don't know. Who else is on that? Oh, Yolanda and Williams. That didn't work out. And then who else was on that season?
David and Lana.
And then David and Lana are together now? No,
but I think David is with freaking old girl. What's her name?
And Stephanie and Erica. Amira. Thank you, Sassy. That was that season, right? Mm-hmm.
Somebody posted the other day. Amira had her bags, I guess, at David's house in Vegas. I guess David lives in Vegas now, and I think Amira's there with him. I think Amira's dating David Murphy.
Well, he's got some money, so I guess that's great.
She is so gross. I will never forget her looking like the dancing Kermit the Frog. Period. Yeah.
So let's wrap this up for now. It's 10:30. Let's do an after show at 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's break for like lunch, 20 minutes, and then let's call a recess, and we'll be back in 20 minutes.
A recess.
So after show associates and higher. We'll do the after show. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you, and I hope that
happy birthday, Heidi.
I hope that we really put that all out there, and there's like no stone left unturned. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you, John.
I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys.